You weren't having a dramatic day. Nothing collapsed, nothing broke. It was just one of those days that quietly wears you down. Maybe you'd been staring at the same screen for hours. Maybe a conversation earlier left something heavy sitting in your chest. You walked into the room, sat down, didn't say anything, didn't go to the cage, didn't reach for your phone, just sat. And then, after a minute or two of silence, you heard it. A small movement. A soft shuffle of feathers. You looked up, and there was your Budgie. Not playing, not eating. Just sitting on the perch closest to you, watching you quietly. Maybe they made one small sound. Not their usual busy chatter, something softer, something slower. And something about it made you pause, because it felt intentional. It felt like they knew. Did they? Can a Budgie actually sense when something is wrong with you? That question matters more than it might seem, because the answer changes what you think your Budgie actually is. You've probably noticed it before, even if you didn't name it. The days you're tired, they're calmer than usual around you. The days you cry, really cry, they go quiet. No chattering, no bouncing between toys, just presence. One owner described sitting on her bathroom floor after a hard phone call, door open, and her Budgie flying in from across the apartment and landing on the floor beside her. She hadn't called him, he just came. Another owner said her Budgie stopped singing entirely on her worst days, not because anything changed in the room, because something changed in her. And here's what makes this strange. It happens even when you're trying to seem fine. You're not crying, you're not making sounds, you're just sitting there, and somehow they know anyway. How? What are they reading that you haven't consciously shown them? That's the question. And the answer is more sophisticated than most people expect from a small bird. Here's the first thing that will change how you see this. Your Budgie is not just watching you. They're reading a continuous stream of signals you don't even know you're sending. Every living creature has what researchers call a behavioral baseline, the specific pattern of how you move, breathe, hold your body, use your voice when everything is normal. Your Budgie has memorized yours. Not deliberately, not consciously, but completely. They know the exact rhythm of your footsteps when you walk into the kitchen. They know the specific way you reach for things when you're in a good mood versus when you're not. Think of it like a song you've heard 1,000 times. You don't try to notice when a note is off, you just feel it immediately. That's what your Budgie does with you, every single day, without effort, without thinking about it at all. And on the days when you're sad, everything is slightly off. The way you move is slower. The way you hold your shoulders is different. The rhythm of your breathing has changed. Your Budgie doesn't have a word for sad, but they feel the difference the moment you walk into the room. The second thing, Budgies are extraordinarily sensitive to sound. Not just what you say, but how you say it and how much you're not saying. In the wild, flock members communicate constantly. There is always background noise, chirping, calling, movement. When that noise drops, it means something has changed. It means pay attention. It means something in the environment has shifted. On your quiet days, you go silent in ways you don't realize. You stop humming. You stop narrating your movements. Your voice, when you do speak, loses its usual warmth and rhythm. To your Budgie, that silence sounds exactly like what silence sounds like in a flock right before something goes wrong. Their nervous system responds. They become still. They watch more carefully. They move toward you rather than away, because in a flock, when something is uncertain, you move toward your safest person. And you are their safest person. The third thing, and this one surprises people, Budgies can detect changes in your body that have nothing to do with behavior. Birds have sensory systems that can pick up on subtle shifts in the air around another living body. Warmth, movement patterns, even changes in the rhythm of a heartbeat when they're close enough. When you're emotionally distressed, your body changes physiologically. Your heart rate shifts. Your breathing becomes shallower. The tension in your muscles changes the way you hold yourself in space. Your budgie, sitting on a perch a few feet away, is detecting some version of all of this. Not through analysis, not through logic, through the same ancient system that has kept flocks alive for millions of years. The system that says, something in my flock is different right now. Pay attention. Stay close. There's a fourth layer to this, and it's the one that matters most for understanding what your budgie is actually doing when they come to you on those hard days. Budgies don't just detect distress, they respond to it the way a bonded flock member would. In a wild flock, when one bird is injured, sick, or weakened, the others don't ignore it. The bonded ones move closer. They reduce their own activity. They become quieter. This isn't pity. It's not even a conscious choice. It's flock coherence, the instinctive drive to hold the group together by matching the emotional state of the one who needs it most. Your budgie, when they go quiet and sit close to you on your worst days, is doing exactly this. They're not performing comfort. They're not trying to cheer you up. They're doing something older and more real than that. They're matching you. They're saying, in the only language they have, I feel that something is different. I'm not going anywhere. I'm right here. Now go back to that afternoon. The heavy chest, the quiet room, the sitting down without a plan. Your budgie didn't come to you because they felt sorry for you. They came because you are their flock, and something in their most ancient instincts told them their flock needed them close. That small sound they made, softer than usual, slower, that wasn't random. That was calibration. That was your budgie tuning themselves to where you were. The fact that they went quiet instead of chattering wasn't indifference. It was attunement. It was the most sophisticated social response they're capable of, offered to you without hesitation. You didn't have to ask. You didn't have to explain. You didn't have to perform your sadness for them to understand that something was wrong. They already knew. They knew before you sat down. They knew from the moment you walked in. And they chose to be there anyway. That's not a small thing. That's not just an animal behaving instinctively. That's a living creature who has learned you well enough to feel when you're not okay, and who stays. The next time you're having one of those days, the quiet, heavy ones, and you look up and find your budgie watching you from across the room, remember this: they're not just sitting there. They're keeping watch. They're holding the flock together. They're doing the only thing they know how to do when someone they're bonded to needs them. They're staying close to you. If your budgie has ever done this, come to you quietly on a hard day, gone still when you went still, drop their name in the comments. I read every single one. There's more coming, because your budgie understands more about you than you've ever been given credit for, and we're only just beginning to explore it.